All right, welcome back to the channel. Get a chance to talk about one of my favorite young fighters who has their first championship fight coming up February 14th. KeyShawn Davis, who was present at Andy Cruz's fight this last weekend on the undercard of Steve Nelson, Diego Pacheco, who came out there looking kind of shady, talking to Andy Cruz. And said some things about Gervonta Davis which are worth mentioning. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we are going to talk about one of my favorite young fighters in the game, KeyShawn Davis, the lightweight out of Virginia. I think he's somewhere around 13. I think he's 13-0, something like that. Somewhere around there, 12-0 with 8 knockouts, something like that. Terrific young fighter, man. Can fight on the back foot, can fight coming forward. Very physically strong for that weight class. He's going to get his first championship shot on the 14th again against Baranchyk, who is a Eastern European that won the vacant WBO title. It became open when Devin Haney dropped the belt. Tremendous opportunity for KeyShawn Davis in this fight to become a world champion in just his 13th fight. And he's also an Olympic silver medalist. Now, with all that praise, I got to make a statement about KeyShawn. KeyShawn Davis is one of these guys, man. I don't know if delusional is the word, or is he just so happy and so fun that it makes me think that he's always joking about something. But regardless, he was talking about Andy Cruz, right? Or he was asked about Andy Cruz, who, by the way, looked very, very solid in a fight that he just won last weekend. Dropped it, hurt his opponent late in the fight. Looked very good, man. I'm telling you, Andy Cruz is going to give difficulties to anybody in that division, including KeyShawn Davis. And KeyShawn Davis should know, because KeyShawn Davis lost, I believe, several times to Andy Cruz in the amateurs. I think Andy Cruz is a 2-time world Olympic champion, real good boxer. But when Andy Cruz walked up to KeyShawn Davis to speak, they looked like real funny, like KeyShawn wasn't trying to hear it. He wasn't trying to talk to him. This is according to Andy Cruz. He said, that Shakur was like, "What's up?" pretty much, but that KeyShawn Davis was acting kind of funny. He said, "That's all right, though. I'm his son." Now, as much as I want to see KeyShawn Davis get a world championship, that much more do I want to see him fight Andy Cruz. That is a fight that needs to happen. It needs to happen for KeyShawn Davis. It needs to happen for Andy Cruz. And we can see in the pros whether or not the style of the professional style of KeyShawn Davis can overcome the amateur success, man, of thousands. Who knows, man? I think they said he has close to 1,000 amateur fights, and a guy with a couple Olympic gold medals. It'd be great to see how that matches up. I think that, man, KeyShawn might be able to pull it out, man. He might be able to pull it out. I don't know, man, because Andy Cruz looks nice, man. Down on his punches more, so there's a little bit more thunder up behind his punches. I don't think he's ever going to be a really big puncher, but if he has enough to keep KeyShawn Davis up off of him, it could be a very, very interesting fight. Now, there is something that I want to talk about related to KeyShawn Davis, where KeyShawn talked about one of my favorite fighters. I would say he's my second favorite fighter. Errol Smith is probably my favorite fighter in boxing. Just a nice kid, really nice kid, young man. I don't mean to call him a kid. He's not a kid. Very nice young man, very nice guy. Met his father, very nice family. After that, it's probably Gervonta Davis. Because Gervonta Davis is just such an exciting fighter, tremendous fighter. He's got a really good camp with Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin Ford, who I do have the pleasure of knowing. Very, very, very professional camp, very focused camp. He said, KeyShawn Davis said something about him where he said, they asked, when are you going to fight Gervonta? And he said, hey, man, that question is better asked of Gervonta than it is of me, because I'm not in a position to send Gervonta a contract. So you ask him, when is he going to send a contract to me? Now, my take on that is I'm going to always be a stickler for this, man. In this particular case, I think that KeyShawn is correct, that KeyShawn cannot send an offer because KeyShawn is managed by, is promoted by Top Rank. And Top Rank is the promoter, so Top Rank is going to have to send an offer to Gervonta Davis. But there is nothing stopping Bob Arum from calling up or Todd DeBuff or whoever it is that's working with Top Rank to go pick up a phone and call Al Heyman or pick up the phone and call Al Heyman or call Tom Brown and ask what the likelihood of setting up a fight with Gervonta Davis is. I so much disagree with that when people say and act like that it's just foregone conclusion that statement is correct. I don't think that statement is correct. But from practical purposes, though, it is up to Gervonta Davis when those guys fight. And hopefully they can fight soon. For KeyShawn Davis's sake, though, it shouldn't be too soon. Because KeyShawn can talk a good game. I think so far his best win is over Pedraza. I think his best win now is going to be Barinchyk. But still, that is a far stretch from Gervonta Davis. And KeyShawn Davis, I don't know if this fight is going to happen, because I can't see KeyShawn Davis staying at 135 pounds much longer than him winning that championship, because KeyShawn Davis, I think, is big as Devin Haney is, but not maybe doesn't rehydrate as heavy as Devin Haney does, because you can see that KeyShawn Davis always looked like he's in shape. So I just think that maybe him staying closer to that weight is a matter of really good discipline, where Devin Haney probably, he looks like he blows up more in between fights, but still big dude, somewhere around the same size as Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and all those guys had passed out of that weight class pretty quick. A good giveaway to it is the fact that this is his first weight class, KeyShawn Davis's first weight class. He will usually, our top ranked fighters will usually start moving up somewhere around their 17th, 18th fight. KeyShawn Davis, I think that's when he started moving up. Even if you look back to Floyd was probably moving up somewhere, in the 19 to 20 fight range. He was moving up. KeyShawn Davis at 12, he may have some more fights left, but I just think that he's probably too big for that division. But I'll take the fight. I want that fight. I hope he gets that fight. I hope also that the whole Gervonta Davis is ducking KeyShawn Davis bandwagon doesn't start kicking off just because KeyShawn Davis, had made a mention of Gervonta. That's where a lot of the ducking stuff comes from. A lot of the ducking conversations or accusations come from. The simple fact that somebody mentions somebody's name, regardless of whether or not there's any type of political practice, whether it's not as politically or economically or financially, rather, practical to put on the fight. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.